Hi, it's Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Wednesday, April 29th, 2020. The address we're inspecting today is 14028 Conway Drive, Oregon City, Oregon, 97045. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the front yard exterior cleanout. The equipment being used today is the ViewTech self-leveling HD color video inspection camera. This is one of the best cameras on the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, it is to be noted some H sewer pipes made out of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspections must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made out of cast iron ABS, 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet this specification. Here we go. We are in 3-inch ABS plastic drain piping. We're running some water to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. I'm going to say somebody turn off the water maybe.
Let me go turn it back on. Sorry, one of the kids turned it off.
That's okay.
Funny how they have to do stuff like that when they're not supposed to do it. Look at these hungry fish.
And here we go. Pipe shows no recent signs of blockage or backup. All of the joints, junctions in the pipe, at least that we've seen so far, appear to be glued and watertight. And we're running just pretty much straight as an arrow, straight ahead to the front yard. We're going to start diving here. So after 25 feet, we're going to get deep and start diving straight down into the ground. It's not uncommon as you pull out of this dive to have a little bit of standing water. It is tricky for the drain technicians to keep a strong pitch in the pipe as they're pulling out of a straight down dive. So let's see how they did as we reach the bottom of this dive. Still diving. Here we are pulling out here. There you can see, so we do have a bit of a water belly. So pulling out of it, we do see some of that standing water. And like I said, it is kind of typical that we see this. What we're hoping is we enter this and then the pitch improves and away we go back with that real strong downhill pitch. We don't want to see that we stay like this very often or very long. So let's see. Yeah, that's kind of, unfortunately, that's kind of the typical thing that happens. So you come out of a straight down dive, and rather than gradually pull out of it, they tend to just put a 90 in it and turn, real quickly out of it, and you get some standing water, and then they improve the pitch after that. So a little bit of standing water, very typical. Like I said, wouldn't be a bad idea to keep an eye on things. With the amount of rainwater that happens in the Northwest, and the amount of pressure on these pipes, additional settling can certainly happen over time. So we'd recommend keeping an eye on, but at this point it doesn't appear to be causing any problems and probably been like that for a number of years. It also happens to be the transition too, which is the second most common area that we'll see some standing water at this transition. Kind of looks like maybe the water got turned off again.
Are you serious? Gosh.
That's okay. They'd be doing it at my house too. Like, why is this water on?
Exactly. I have it. Oh, that sun is bright.
I can't say anything. Pull it back to the start of the 3034, and by that point we should have. Okay, so at that transition in the 3034, it signifies a couple of things here. So we transition from 3-inch piping into 4-inch piping. It also signifies a transition between the private builder's material and the city branch piping. And then lastly, we transitioned pipe materials. So we went from ABS plastic into a 3034 plastic. And that's kind of like the perfect storm there. So we always see a little bit of standing water, or it's typical to see some standing water at the transition from the green pipe into the city, the black pipe into the city green pipe, and then also pulling out of a straight down dive. And so you have the combination of both of those happening at the same time. So pulling out of a straight down dive and transitioning into the city branch piping, and the combination of both of those has caused a little bit of standing water. The good news is it pulls out of it pretty quickly. And here we go, continuing. Four into 5? Sorry, that's a 4-inch ABS into a 5-inch 3034.
Like an umbrella or something.
Oh no. We're seeing a little bit of marginal pitch as we enter this pipe too. So you can see we had pretty strong pitch up until this point, and then it's starting to slow down. So a little bit of pipe leveling is happening. And then we pull out of it. So very, very minor, but a little bit level through that section. And again, we're leveling out again here. You can see. So what happens when things don't drain as strongly through, you get this tendency for buildup to happen on both sides of the pipe. So we're getting some buildup as the pipe levels out again. So definitely a couple areas of marginal pitch out here in the green piping. There we water bellied out. Water belly. Camera head completely submerged.
So where about are we right now?
60 feet.
So would that be to the sidewalk yet, or no?
So kind of marginal pitch throughout this green piping. And there you can see we're hitting it again. So another belly. Camera head submerged, or starting to be. going to turn and we're going to drop into the city sewer at 80 feet. So this will be the end officially of owner responsibility at 80 feet. I'm going to turn off the microphone. We're going to turn off the microphone and the water. We're real curious to see those areas of standing water, how they react with the water off. Does everything drain out of there? And then we're feeling pretty good about things. But if all that standing water is still there, then some repair could be required.